to thank limitlessmotorsports.ca, Limitless Motorsports, for sponsorship for the STI build on season 2. We hope we can continue to do business with Limitless Motorsports, and thanks for the sponsorship, for the discounted parts. If you guys want to check out limitlessmotorsports.ca on Instagram or on their website, they have tons of awesome parts for your cars and people to talk to help you with your builds. So contact Limitless Motorsports if you're looking to do something like this to your ride. Now we install the intake manifold. Don't forget to take out whatever you used for keeping debris out of your engine. Am I ready, Fred?
Yeah. I'm ready, I think.
Got our intake manifold surfaces all prepped. Just gonna start our custom gaskets because they don't come properly. Check out our installation video of our intake manifold on season 1 to see how we did this.
This is gonna be so nice.
It's gonna be so nice. We got no more fuel rails that are hardline going through this. The only thing we do is that one coolant line there, your feed to your water pump. Don't forget to install your turbo inlet before you put your intake manifold on. Thank you, Dex. I remember having to leave that hose clamp down there.
She's a tight fit as well. She's a tight fit. Like that.
Now it's time to get this baby in there. Stupid. Even without the fuel rails, it makes you go, why? Now we're sitting on that turbo inlet because it's so tight. Since our turbo inlet is ginormous, you're gonna wanna just get like a couple threads on all of your bolts before you do anything. I mean, you wanna do that anyways, but even more so because that turbo is tight. All right, she's a little tight on your fuel return line, but I think it's gonna be fine. We're just gonna tighten her down slowly but surely in a even pattern. Let's go get the torque specs for you exactly, because we can't remember. A little PSA, a little Fast and the Furious. This cob is ridiculous. Is that what you're trying to talk to me about? They just make the cob in turbo inlet a little bit too large in our opinion, considering we have 3.5 mil phenolic spacers below our TGV deletes, which is increasing the height of our intake manifold. And we still have to crush this down like probably 3/4 of an inch. So recommend the 8mm phenolic spacers when you're doing this job, or when you're doing TGV deletes. Just gives you that little bit more space. It's not gonna mess too much with your hood clearance, and it's just highly recommended now that we are this far twice. They say you learn from your mistakes, but we don't learn from them every time. Now we're just gonna go around and torque our intake manifold to our TGV deletes. We're just gonna start at the inside and work our way out. And it was 74 inch-pounds, I think. We're gonna go with 80 inch-pounds. Don't know where we're starting, but we're starting somewhere. I'm gonna start in the middle and just start hooking things back up because we got ourselves, well, these all have lube in them and are good, so we do know we want this to sit here. This guy wraps up and around. This one's tight. How that looks, I think. So it does go under. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! We found that this lives up on the manifold here, and you want that wiring to go, because you got a little connector, little push pin to the harness right there. That makes it fit way nicer, so your coolant line goes around all of your wiring, like so. It's much better like that. Makes me feel happy with myself. And then this doesn't get used. Something to do with the blow-off valve, original one maybe. Coolant line going to the bottom of our throttle body. It can go over top of our fuel lines and harness, it looks like. And make sure you don't forget to plug in your knock sensor. We routed it underneath. It's right down here. So our knock sensor we have right down here. That's where the connector is. And then everything else is right like that. I'm ready, Fred. Hey, Fred, are you ready? Yeah, let's do this thing. Now working over to the passenger side, we got our throttle body, 2 connectors, your knock sensor connector, 2 coolant lines on top and on the side here, and then a vacuum line that comes down right there. And then we're gonna have to do our blow-off valve after, but right now we're gonna jump over onto our coolant reservoir and our boost control solenoid. Make sure you slide your lower hose on while you put this in. Probably easier if you remember to take off all your mounting bolts. And never forget your little ground strap, but we'll get there. Just gonna start with this ground strap down here so we don't forget about it. Just comes right off your little wiring harness. They make it nice and tight, probably. Ground strap on. We're gonna get our coolant reservoir in. Baby, baby. Oh. Oh yeah. Get our clamp on. Gonna start these and see if we're missing anything. Like that. We know this comes up here. Let's grab our brackets before we tighten anything down and see how they fit. Oh, I don't even remember. Like that. This one goes in here. I know we can tighten down this one. I know we can tighten down this one.
I'm being told to tell you what I did.
I just put a little plug on this vacuum line that was for our purge valve. This is where the purge air actually enters into the intake manifold. An OE design. We're just gonna zap strap it and monitor it because I don't know if it's strong enough, but we'll find out. As you can see, we have just kind of assembled most of everything back together. Our intake manifold, our coolant reservoir, power steering pump, alternator relocation. We've got mostly all of our vacuum lines, all of our electric connectors connected. The only thing we don't have is our top mount intercooler installed currently, as we will be installing a front mount intercooler in our next episode on more fuel, more power. This is gonna wrap up this episode 3 on the More Fuel, More Power Season 2 of the STI build. If you wanna see how to fill up your fluids and what fluids you use, take a look at Season 1 on our assembly video when we installed our intake manifold in that video and we filled up our coolant and our engine oil. If you're needing help with that, follow along on our next video in this season. If you wanna see us install this ETS front mount intercooler, you're not gonna see us start the vehicle in this episode as we still need to do the front mount intercooler. So we're not 100% sure if everything's actually gonna work currently. It looks to be proper and everything seems correct, but until we have that front mount in, we're not gonna know. So stay tuned for the next episode where we will show you that and we'll show you us uploading our pre-done tune on the Cobb access port so that we can run the vehicle without our purge valve because we've removed that, and with the new fuel injectors and with the front mount intercooler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe, like, comment down below. Let us know what you think and let us know what you want to watch and we'll try and make that happen for you. Thanks for watching Netfix and Build.